Hello again. So who knew when I bought the Avata that I would be made aware of another piece of software that everyone else seems to be going on about and using, and that of course is Gyroflow. Is it any good? Let's find out. I must admit to being a bit reluctant to try it because I thought the Avata's got stabilization built in, so why do you need another program? But the only way to find out is to test it and compare the differences really. The problem is, since Christmas the wind has been so bad out there I actually haven't been able to get out with the drone. So what I did, I used the GoPro instead. Now with the GoPro, again, it's got stabilization, so why should I need Gyroflow? But when I looked at some of the videos I took with the GoPro, I get this effect. I don't know if other people notice it or whether it's just me, but with the stabilization you can just see a little wobble as you're walking along, and for some reason that really annoys me. And I thought, well, can we get rid of that using Gyroflow? This is just an example. This footage here I took in Puzzlewood in the Forest of Dean with the GoPro mounted onto a Hohem gimbal. There was full stabilization on the GoPro, but I'm still getting that bit where you can see I'm taking every step. Maybe there's another way to get rid of that. Maybe other people don't notice it. I don't know. So I thought I would try it on our recent trip to Flatford Mill, and I just took a quick video with the GoPro with all the stabilization turned off. That is important. With the lens set to wide, that's also important, and you have to do exactly the same with the Avata. All stabilization has to be turned off and the lens profile has to be set to wide. So this is the original video straight out of the GoPro. It actually looks like I'm sitting on the back of a camel. I couldn't believe how wobbly it was without stabilization. And now let's put this into Gyroflow. Okay, so this is the Gyroflow interface. Fairly straightforward. In the center here is where you drop your video file. On the left is all the information about the file that you've just imported, and on the right is where you set all the parameters for what you actually want to do with the file. Along the bottom here would appear a graph where you can change again some of the parameters individually. If we go back over to the left where it says lens profile, something I was looking at earlier, if I type in DJI, it's amazing all the different products that Gyroflow will work with. All the action cameras, air, there's your FPV, but it also works with the Mavic 2 and the Mini 2 and the Mini 3. So that's quite interesting, so I might have to play with that later. And then also Osmo Pockets are there as well. I'll come out of that, and what I'm going to do now is put a video file into here and we'll see what it can do. Right, so I've now imported the video file into Gyroflow, and you'll see here on the left all the information has come up about that particular file, telling me it's an MP4, it was filmed on a GoPro Hero 10, the dimensions, the duration, the frame rate, and then down here the most important thing, contains gyro, and it says yes. So that means that we can apply the gyro effect to this video file. Down here where it says lens profile, we won't have to go into that to select anything. Still got DJI there, so I'll get rid of that. because it's already selected GoPro Hero 10 Black. The lens was set to wide, the dimensions, and it's been calibrated by Eddie, whoever he is. Haven't got a clue. Now, do you remember how shaky that video was before it came? I imported it into Gyroflow. Well, I've done absolutely nothing to this video. All I've done is imported it. If I play it now, Gyroflow has already done the correction without me actually doing anything. How good is that? I'll scrub that back to the beginning. But what I am going to do, if we go over to the right and click on right at the top, synchronization, and this is where you actually sync the video. Now it's giving me maximum sync points of 5. Well, I think 5 is probably too many for this length of video. Only really needs 3, but I'll leave it on 5 for now. Stabilization I'm going to leave on 1. Smoothness I will leave at 0.75. I'm not going to lock the horizon. I'm not going to touch any of the zoom down here, but we'll just do an auto sync. So I'll click on auto sync. That's going to take a little time, so I'll come back when it's done. Okay, so that took 41 seconds. So I'll play that again, and you'll see some little dots come up, and that's just where the program is calculating any movement within the video clip. And I am very happy with that. I didn't really do that much at all. I just imported the file into the program and it did most of the work itself. I'm sure I could improve on that in some way, and I will gradually learn what all these settings on the right do. But this is just to show you how easy it is to use Gyroflow and how good a job it actually does on its own without you doing anything. So what will do now is import this video into my editing program, and I'll do some color correction, and then I'll show you the final result. So there we are. Not the best angle in the world because of the sun, but I'm very happy with the result, and hopefully it will inspire you to use Gyroflow as well. I'll see you next time. Thank you.